Hello and welcome back to Football Daily, where with just days to go now until Euro 2020 finally gets underway, we bring you a team of Wonderkids set to shine this summer. Let's go. Goalkeeper Unai Simon. David De Gea may have 45 caps for Spain, having been called up to 5 major tournaments in total, yet it's 23-year-old Unai Simon who looks set to take his place between the sticks this summer. The Basque goalkeeper has started Spain's last 7 matches, keeping 2 clean sheets, and is yet to concede more than 1 goal in a game. Another solid season at Athletic Bilbao has also helped his cause. Whilst his side only finished 10th in La Liga, they conceded just 42 goals, less than any other team outside the top 5. Simon also impressed in the 19-20 season with a 77% save percentage, the 3rd best in the league and the same as Atletico Madrid's Jan Oblak. Meanwhile, David De Gea has had a season to forget, with his first team spot at Old Trafford in jeopardy, with Dean Henderson often being preferred. The Spaniard didn't help himself in the Europa League final either really, failing to keep out any of Villarreal's 11 penalties and missing the decisive spot kick. With his confident shot, Unai Simon looks likely to keep his place and will look to repay the faith shown in him by manager Luis Enrique. Defender Owen Wijndal. He may only be 21, but Owen Wijndal has already racked up a century of appearances for AZ Alkmaar. Over the last 2 years, the Dutchman has progressed from talented youngster to international starter, nailing down the left-back berth for both club and country, ahead of the Netherlands' first international tournament since the 2014 World Cup. The self-proclaimed best left-back in the Eredivisie, Wijndal has been linked with a move to Ajax this summer to replace the reportedly outgoing Nicolas Tagliafico. And it's easy to see why. No Dutch defender has contributed more than his 6 assists across the campaign, as AZ finished 3rd, just a point behind runners-up PSV. The 9 times capped Wijndal averaged 1.4 key passes and 1.1 dribbles a game during the season, but his defensive solidity should help reinforce the attacking quality the Orange have. He averaged 3.5 defensive actions per 90 in the league, which rose to 4.4 in the Europa League, as AZ faced Napoli and Real Sociedad in an unsuccessful group stage. A household name in his homeland, it's now time for the rest of the continent to sit up and take notice. Defender Ilya Zabarnyi. The second youngest player in our lineup, Zabarnyi is a very highly regarded player in Ukraine, having broken into the senior team at just 18 years old. The centre-back has made 36 appearances for Dynamo Kiev, including 6 Champions League matches, playing against the likes of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The Ukrainian champions might have won just one of their Champions League games this season, but the youngster has still shown promise. Zabarnyi may not have a huge wealth of experience, but he's shown no sign of nerves on the international stage, already featuring 8 times for his national side. The highlight of those was beating Spain 1-0 in just his 3rd appearance, their first ever victory over the former World Cup winners. The defender put in a battling display with 6 clearances and 3 blocks, the most on the pitch. It's no surprise then to see the teenager linked with moves to Europe's elite clubs, with the Champions League winners Chelsea reportedly interested in his signature for around €12 million. A strong Euros campaign for Ukraine and Zabarnyi, and that fee will surely rise. Defender Nico Williams. One of the many names to come through Liverpool's academy system at the moment is Nico Williams, and whilst the 20-year-old has been on the periphery of Jurgen Klopp's side since making his club debut in 2019, the Wrexham-born defender is already a mainstay in the Welsh national team, despite making his debut just 9 months ago with 11 caps and 1 goal to his name already. The long-term heir to 101 cap Chris Gunter at right back, Williams has also demonstrated his versatility to the Dragons' caretaker manager Rob Page. As well as playing at right wing back, he's also started at both left wing back and central midfield in recent matches, including games against Belgium and France. With it being virtually impossible that Williams will oust Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool's right back spot, this summer will likely see him put in the shop window for a loan move away from Anfield. Both Cardiff and Swansea are said to be interested, but if he puts in the performances that Wales fans have become accustomed to over the last 12 months, he could well be in for a Premier League move come August. Midfield Pedri. Having forced his way into the Barcelona first team long before anyone could have imagined, Pedri now finds himself on the brink of the Spanish starting 11. The 18-year-old featured 52 times for Barca in all competitions, only failing to appear in 1 La Liga match, collecting the 8th most minutes in the squad and keeping €60 million summer signing Miralem Pjanic out of the side. Signed from Las Palmas for an initial €5 million in 2019, no one expected Pedri's rise to be so rapid. He impressed under Koeman with 4 goals and 6 assists in his debut campaign at the Nou Camp, most notably scoring in his first ever Champions League game against Ferencváros. Tidy in possession with 87% pass accuracy, the Spaniard also works incredibly hard. With 661 pressures, he had the 6th most in La Liga. And it's these sort of numbers that have seen the Wonderkid compared to Barcelona legend Andres Iniesta, and make his step up to the national side. The teenager has 4 caps for Spain, featuring in every game since March. He faces tough competition in the Spanish midfield, but we expect him to play a big part in this tournament. Midfield, Jude Bellingham. The youngest player in our 11 and the second youngest at Euro 2020, Jude Bellingham has enjoyed a meteoric rise since the start of the 2019-20 campaign, from making his debut for Birmingham City to earning his first cap for England just over a year later. During that time, his £25 million switch to Borussia Dortmund made him the most expensive 17-year-old in football history. Bellingham made 27 starts for BVB in all competitions as they reached the Champions League quarter-finals, starring with a goal despite their defeat to eventual finalist Manchester City. In total, the prodigy racked up 8 goal contributions all season, putting up 2.2 shot-creating actions and 4 tackles and interceptions per 90, showcasing his ability to perform whatever role is required of him. With Jordan Henderson's fitness still in doubt and a lack of natural central midfielders in Gareth Southgate's squad, Bellingham's assured performances in the pre-tournament friendlies have seen many calling for the youngster to start against Croatia on Sunday. And if England win their group, Bellingham will celebrate his 18th birthday on the day the Three Lions' second round fixture at Wembley. Not too bad. Midfielder, Ryan Gravenberch. We wrote about Ryan Gravenberch in our 10 uncapped players that could star at the Euros back in March, and now 3 months on, the youngster is in line for some decent game time this summer. Only turning 19 a few weeks ago, the Ajax youngster has featured in the Netherlands' last 5 fixtures, as well as netting 1 goal. Gravenberch started 31 matches as his side claimed the Eredivisie title, chipping in with 3 goals and 5 assists across the course of the campaign. The 6'3" central midfielder also proved his dynamism, putting up 1.5 shots, 1.2 key passes and 1.6 dribbles a match going forward, as well as almost 3 defensive actions per 90, the most of any non-defender in Erik ten Hag's squad. He might not be in line to start, with Frank de Boer likely to use a midfield three of De Roon, De Jong and Wijnaldum, but Gravenberch could easily be the first reserve in midfield. He's played more minutes than teammate Davy Klaassen, and Toyn Koopmeiners is equally inexperienced at international level. Gravenberch could well be a surprise star at Euro 2020. Midfield, Elif Elmas. Just 4 of North Macedonia's 26-man squad have played club football in one of Europe's top 8 leagues, and none for a bigger club than Elif Elmas. The 21-year-old cost Napoli €16 million from Fenerbahce in 2019, just 2 years after being plucked from the Macedonian top flight for $300k. And in just 2 years in Italy, he's already racked up an impressive 80 appearances. The attacking midfielder, who can also play on the left, only made 3 starts in Serie A for Gennaro Gattuso's side in 2021, but appeared as a sub 30 times, showing belief in his ability to influence games late on. In little over 700 minutes on the pitch, he was averaging 1.6 shots, 1.5 key passes and 1.5 dribbles per 90, scoring twice and assisting once. Having turned down Turkey to represent his birth country, Elmas made his international debut at 17 and has already made 27 appearances for the Lions. He also has 7 goals, the most notable of which being an 85th minute winner against Germany in March's World Cup qualifiers. If North Macedonia produce any magic at Euro 2020, expect Elmas to be at the heart of it. Forward, Phil Foden. Fresh from winning the PFA Young Player of the Year award, it was impossible not to include Phil Foden in this 11. The 21-year-old has had a terrific season at Man City, contributing 26 goals in all competitions and was pivotal to their success in the Carabao Cup and Premier League title. The Stockport-born forward has proved the perfect replacement for David Silva at the Etihad and has thrived against strong opposition, scoring against the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Dortmund this season. The Englishman has just 6 caps for his country, but has already made an impact on the international stage, scoring a brace against Iceland in just his 2nd start. Though he faces stiff competition in the squad from the likes of Sterling, Grealish and Sancho, Foden has arguably excelled the most this season and should get plenty of minutes at the Euros. If he can carry his club form into the tournament, his creative spark could be crucial for England. Forward, Alexander Isak. Coming off the back of his most productive campaign to date, Isak enters his first international tournament full of confidence. The Swedish forward netted 17 in 34 league games, more than any Real Sociedad player has scored in a La Liga season since 2002-2003, while his 3 goals against Alaves in February made him the youngest Sociedad player to score a hat-trick this century. The Stockholm-born striker was tipped for great things at Borussia Dortmund, but after making just 5 appearances in 2 seasons, the Basque outfit came calling in 2019, and the youngster hasn't looked back since, making his competitive debut for the national team the same year. The 21-year-old is one of the more experienced international players on this list, having already featured 22 times for Sweden and helping his country reach the tournament, scoring 3 goals in the qualifiers. In total, he's netted 6 for the Swedes and may get more minutes than expected at the Euros due to Zlatan Ibrahimovic's injury. With a group containing Spain, Slovakia and Poland, Sweden will fancy themselves to at least make the knockouts, especially with Isak leading the line in scintillating form. Forward, Jeremy Doku. The final player to make our lineup is Belgian winger Jeremy Doku. Costing Rennes €26 million on the same day they sold Rafinha to Leeds, the teenager has more than filled the void left on the flank by the Brazilian. Only turning 19 a couple of weeks ago, the former Anderlecht youngster has been one of Rennes' best performers as his side finished 6th. Whilst he may have only contributed 5 goals, Doku's 3.7 dribbles was the best in France and the 4th best across Europe's top leagues, trailing just Lionel Messi, Adama Traore and Alain Saint-Maximin. Reportedly turning down a move to Liverpool 3 years ago, regular football has seen the youngster pick up 8 caps for Belgium in a side stacked with attacking quality. Really making his mark for the Red Devils in an 8-0 victory over Belarus in March, in which he scored 1 and set up 2, Doku may be behind the likes of Eden Hazard, Andries Mertens and Yannick Carrasco in the wide areas, but is very much Roberto Martinez's wildcard inclusion. Unpredictable with the ball at his feet, don't be surprised when Doku's number is called if Belgium are in trouble. So that was our list of Wonderkids to watch at Euro 2020. Did we miss anyone out? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.